We're joined now by pop culture writer Hunter Harris as we revisit our top story. New solo music from Rihanna has arrived after a 6-year drought. How does the huge amount of buzz over this new song that isn't even from her own album speak to Rihanna's staying power in the music industry?
So before she kind of took a hiatus from making music, Rihanna was one of the most successful recording artists of like the last 20 years. Every Rihanna album was both, hugely successful, but also like, something you could set your watch to. She released a new album, felt like, I think every year for like almost 8 years. And then Anti was a big sort of diversion, her last release. But I think fans had like been waiting and hoping and wishing for a Rihanna album. And now that we have like a taste of anything new from Rihanna is a pretty big deal. And it really speaks to, how first, her fans are very devoted to her, but also how her absence has really been felt across like the music landscape.
We all know Rihanna has spent the last several years building her business empire with skincare, makeup, clothing lines. Why do her fans seem to eat up anything that she does?
I think that's because she's Rihanna. It's like, how is Beyonce Beyonce? How is Madonna Madonna? It's like, because Rihanna is just like that sort of lightning in a bottle, maybe once in a generation kind of pop star who can, she can do like the more, experimental sounds like on Anti. She can do like the true R&B stuff. She can do more like reggae stuff. And then also, she is like a fashion icon. And I mean icon, like not just because I love the way she dresses, but really like she's had the Vogue covers, has had like the fashion world clout for a long time, that when she decides to design herself, it is something that people like really look for and watch for. And at the same time, I think what is important about Rihanna can't be overlooked is that like the quality is there, especially for Fenty Beauty. She was one of the first, musicians, pop stars, whatever you want to call it, celebrities to release a product of quality. And that really made a difference.
Now, if this really is a return to music, the Black Panther songs, her upcoming Super Bowl performance, why is Rihanna choosing these massive platforms as her jumping off point?
I think, realistically, the economy and the economics of being a certain level of famous, a certain level of like global superstar has really changed. The Adele album, while very good, sort of underperformed. Beyonce, she had a great comeback with Renaissance, but it still didn't reach, hasn't charted at #1. And Rihanna is an artist who really relies on #1 hits. She's had, I think, 14 over her entire career. And, we're seeing this with other people too. It's like when Harry Styles can do, 2 weeks, move into MSG, and Bad Bunny can sell out all over the world. It's like, it's a very different landscape than a lot of the artists of the 2010s are used to. And then Rihanna and Beyonce and Adele are really a part of that. They are, they're pushing up against the glass of like the heights of, what you can do and what you can sell.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Hunter.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.